Hello everyone, welcome back to Ogona's Kitchen, and today we'll be making extra thick egusi soup. So in the pressure pot I added stockfish, boneless cow leg and mixed meat, things like shaki and the community members, diced in small sizes. Okay. Yeah, and they decided to season with that mixed spice is really good for meat, okay, and a bit of salt. I also added one stock cube and added water, closed, left it to boil for about 30 or until the meat is soft. And here I added protein of choice, which is hard chicken, beef and goat meat. So to season I added salt, but that was going to add that but didn't eventually, because I remembered I already added in the cow leg. Okay, so I added a little bit of onions, cayenne pepper and paprika. You know why I add paprika a lot in food and the bell pepper? Because of the color, and it's really good if you can adopt that, especially if you don't want to be eating a lot of oil. Okay, it gives food really good color. And then I remembered I didn't add stock cube, so I went back and added the stock cube and let it cook. And in my blender I added one onion, bell peppers and scotch bonnet, blended that and added that to the meat. Okay, give that a quick mix. Yes, and let it cook. And yeah, a few minutes later I'm back, and look at that color. That's what I'm talking about. See that color with that red oil? That's what you need. And I added a jumbo chicken, tablespoon of jumbo chicken. Okay, by this time the meat in the pressure pot is ready, so I reintroduced it into the pot yeah, and mixed it and added dry fish. Okay, you need dry fish for your native soups. Okay, yeah, added dry fish. The scotch, I tasted it, and the scotch bonnet I put earlier wasn't enough, so I added scotch bonnet, Iru locust beans, and crayfish. Blended that and added that in and let it cook. Then by this time the meat's ready, so I took out the beef to dry for my husband, and now it's time to start to fry the melon seed. You can see the small quantity of water oil I added in the pot. Yeah, and I started to fry. Okay, the secret to make your egusi thick is that, which is achi. I'm not sure what the English name is, but I just added a tablespoon of achi into it and fried a little bit longer, and added the stock from the meat and all the meat into the pot. Okay, yeah, and added a little bit of water at this stage. Turn that and let it cook so that the melon can actually cook and lose that initial taste. Cook it until you lose that initial taste. Okay, so at this point I added one stock cube and salt. Yeah, because we are eating this with plantain fufu, so that's plantain flour, that's chia seed and flax seed. Mix that, put that aside. Okay, and by this time the beef was dry, so I reintroduced it back into the egusi soup, and the egusi is almost ready, so I added extra crayfish and water. Yeah, I added extra crayfish and the water. I also now added the pumpkin leaf. Okay, added the pumpkin leaf, ugu, which I initially, when I bought it, I washed, diced, put it in the freezer. That's why it's that color, because it just came out of the freezer. And at this point the egusi soup is ready. You know, check, you see a little bit of oil at the top. You won't see a lot because I didn't add a lot of oil, and that's it. Put it aside, and now make your plantain or whatever swallow of your choice. At this point, yeah, needing my unripe plantain flour with the chia and flaxseed. Yeah, and at this point I added water, let it boil for about 5 minutes or until that water start to really boil. Okay, lower heat so that your food doesn't burn that much. Okay, yeah, knead that until soft. Okay, mix until really soft like that, and Yeah, now time to wrap it, especially if the some of the family members are not at home and you want to preserve. It's better to wrap. And that's it. Our egusi and unripe plantain is ready. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.